They think I'm rich and I'm famous. I got the famous part down pat. I'm still building that. I'm still making payments on my prepaid phone. Okay, just so y'all know, it's still happening. But you have those moments, and I won't even give you one moment. The fuck it moments for me, because there's been more than one that I was like, you know what, this is it. I'm going back to work. After you've gone up, smash the room. Everybody's going crazy. They want to take pictures. They want to buy your merchandise. And then you get to the back and the person that's supposed to have your money is like, hey, let me holler at you. We didn't sell as many tickets today as we thought. Or and now you don't have the gas money to get back home. It was like, oh, I can't live like this. But it's something about the gift that's like, nah, bitch, you got to do it again. And I'm like, yeah, but my lights is getting ready to get cut off. And it's like, nah, bitch, I'm like, man, fuck that. I don't want to do any of this. I don't want to do it. If I got to keep going up and giving my gift, I feel like I'm being prostituted now. You're prostituting my gift every single time. And it be my homies. It be the homies that be like, yo, look, it was only 20 people out there. And it's like, yeah, but my baby's got to eat. And when it comes down to that, I'm always going to be a mother and a wife first. The gift will always be there as long as I'm doing right by it. But I done had some moments where I done walked into some good shows that I'm like, they got paid. Where my scratch at? And I've had to go home and explain to my husband why I've been out to 2 o'clock in the morning. And I came back with my pockets empty. But I fed everybody, and I fed the souls of the people in the audience. And it's like, if this is what the gift is, I don't want it. But you keep going. You get back up on that stage, because your real gift is not going to let you sit there. And eventually, when you do what you're supposed to do, God, the universe, whatever higher power that you believe in, it will reward you. It may not be when you want it to, but I guarantee you, every single stage that you step on is worth it. It's worth it. There were some shows that I didn't make $1 on that I got a phone call that paid my bills for 6 months. So it's not always about the bag for me. It's more so about just being able to share the gift and be a giver. Let me tell you something. I was an employee of Groupon. I started with Groupon the year that they started, right downtown Chicago on Chicago Avenue. I was one of the first 75 to 100 people that they employed. It was a great atmosphere, like one of the funnest places that I've ever worked. But it can be so fun and get so comfortable that it's like, I don't know. And then comedy, I've always been a clown. That's just who I was. So once I started getting on stage, the more I liked it, the less I liked this 9 to 5. As fun, as easygoing, as well as it paid, I felt that I was serving two masters. And one day, they were like, we have got to fire you. And they fired me because it was for attendance. I kept showing up late. The messed up part about that is I worked from home, okay? How you late and you work from home? If I got to start work at 9 o'clock, I'm not getting out of my bed to 8:57. Now, I can turn my computer on at 8:59, but if I got to pee, I'm late. Now I'm late, but it didn't matter to me because it was like any little thing that I could do to get away from that. I was like, okay, this is my destiny. And my husband was like, look, you got 1 year. If it works, go for it. If it doesn't, you going back to that 9 to 5. So, and it worked. It worked. And I just encourage people to walk in whatever it is that you think that you want to do. Try it, dude, because you never know where. I never thought that people would pay me to make them laugh. Like, really? Like, you're going to pay me to make you, okay. This is it's still unreal for me. It really is. I've been a clown all my life. And I remember people, like my sister will always say stupid shit to me like, you missed your calling. You were supposed to do this and you should have been on stage. I tell her all the time she missed her calling. And one day I was at a comedy show with my girl Justine. She had a Monday night open mic. And she told me I would come every week. And one day she said, if you come back next week, I don't care what you say. I'm putting you on stage. And I came back the next week. I didn't have any desire to do it, but it was like, fuck it. she put me on stage, and I can even remember the stupid joke I told. Oh my God, to think about it now, I'm cringing, but I talk about how I wanted new friends because all of my friends now all of a sudden they're bougie, but they don't know how to be. Like, we go to restaurants and they ask for bottled water because they don't drink tap water, but then they'll ask for a glass of ice. What the fuck you think the ice is made out of? Ain't no bottled ice. Like, it's so stupid now, but I remember that, and people started laughing, and there's a feeling that you get. Whatever it is, like whatever your favorite thing, like if you're an artist, like when you see your baby go up and you make it vulnerable in front of people and they like, and that feeling that you get like the Incredible Hulk, and it was like, oh shit, okay, I might try this again. And I came back the next week with another dumbass joke, like about how uppity I thought my friends, they thought they were because they got a Starbucks in their neighborhood. You know, but it's right next to the Foreman Mill, so they still live in the hood. Like stupid, like silly, but people were laughing. And the more people would laugh, it was like, this shit might actually work. And at this point, I'm still not looking for the money. I'm looking for the funny. And it was like, keep going. The way that my mind works, when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, the road it gets easy. If it's too difficult, if every time you try to do something, it get real difficult, that ain't what the fuck you supposed to be doing. Like, if you think that you supposed to be out here building cars and the doors keep fucking falling off, nigga, find something else to do, because that ain't it. That's not what you supposed to be doing. If you a rapper and all your shit keep going wood, ain't nobody buying your mixtapes on the L, you're not a rapper. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. But when you walk in your gift, shit just happens. It just happens. And so I was like, yep. This shit might actually work. I never thought I'd get fired and be doing it full time though. Because I don't really think I'm funny. I don't. I think I just say shit that other people want to say, but they too politically, they care about what other people think. I don't really give a fuck what nobody think. I just say it. And that's why people like it. Where that fearlessness comes from, my mother, my grandmother, my aunts. If you can think of a family full of Madeas, that's kind of where I come from. My grandmother is one of those people where it's like if it rolls across her forehead, it'll drop out her mouth like a slot machine. And that's just, my mother was the oldest of all of her siblings. So she was the boss, you know, and she said what the fuck she said. Now, either you like it or you don't. Either way it goes, it is what it is. But I'm the youngest of my siblings. So I'm the fearless one. But I got that from my mother and my grandmother. I've watched my grandmother kick doors in. I've watched my mother, when I brought my now husband, when I brought him over to meet my mother for the very first time when we first started dating, we walked in the kitchen and she had one of my nephews who's a teenager. This guy had to be like 6'1" at this point. She had him up off his feet against the wall, because he had been picking on one of the other ones. But he walked in and my mother got this big ass dude up against the wall. Like, say it again. Say it again. And I was like, Mom. And she just kind of let him go. Hey, how you doing? And I was like, yep, welcome. Welcome to this is what I live. So I channel a lot of my mom's fearlessness, and my grandmother, who is a Creole woman, and she say what the fuck she want to say. It's just what it is. So I don't care. And the moment I stopped caring, my comedy got better. Because I used to think, oh my God, what are my daughters gonna think? Oh my God, I go to church, what are they gonna think? Or what is my job gonna think? And the moment that I stopped caring, my career took off. It was like, okay, bitch, say it. I don't care, I just say it. Ball sack, you see how I just did that? I just dropped that right in there. I don't know what it's about. I just saying what the fuck I wanna say.